Don't you date them single mothers, especially if you don't have children yourself. This brother's going to be talking about his experience in dating a single mother. Let's get after it.
Yep, I'm him. I'm the dude. I was the provider. I was the family man. I was the one that took care of the kids, even her kids. Okay, when I didn't have any of my own children. Okay, I held the house down, took care of her in a health crisis. She had full-blown epilepsy, and I made sure that she didn't seize out and die.
What happened, big dog?
Saved her life, right? Middle of a health crisis.
Okay.
She didn't have to work for 4 years out of our relationship, out of 11 years. Didn't have to work. Whole time she was pregnant, didn't have to work. Didn't have a care in the world when it came to bills, when it came to taking care of her children, when it came to just little extra things.
Okay.
You know, I couldn't afford luxurious things, but I did
But you
have
had her.
enough money to afford some extras here and there.
Okay.
Tried my best. Did everything I could.
Right.
Only in the end to be discarded like trash.
Talk to us.
And 8 years in, she has a relationship with a whole man behind my back. But then when I find out about it and I call her out for disrespect,
Okay.
she tells me she did it because I would not abandon my kids.
What? Wait a minute. Didn't he say earlier that he didn't have kids with her? Hold on.
Her kids, okay, when I didn't have any of my own children. Okay.
So you didn't have your own kids when you got into the relationship, and then 8 years later, now you have kids, but it's not with her? Something's a little bit fishy. Anyway, let's just continue to listen.
To be discarded because I was a good man. And then you want to act like she's such a good person. No accountability. Acts like it's okay to wish death on you. Acts like it's okay to curse your children and tell you that because you did not abandon your kids, that makes you less of a man. And it makes it that you couldn't keep a family together when that's the reason you left or didn't come back, because you got put out for being disrespectful. But then I thought, it would probably be better to raise my son with his mother than to raise them apart. So I said, you know what? Maybe we can find a way to reconcile this. But then, because I would not abandon my kids, you decide it's not worth it, or you decide, you're gonna discard me like trash.
There seems to be a lot more to the story than what meets the eye, just based off of his timeline of not having kids and then having kids. Nevertheless, though, what I found interesting in what he said is that this guy is undoubtedly going through his red pill rage moment. I don't know that I've seen quite a red pill rage like this. In 2025, it's been some time for me. Do not provide, do not protect, do not give a F, be a dog. We've seen this story time and time again. Men becoming dogs, not because they were bred to be a dog, but they got their heart broken by a woman. But what I found interesting is that he said that she needs to take accountability, and he starts naming all of these things. But meanwhile, dog, you was in a relationship with a chick that wanted you not to be with your biological children. That's a goddamn red flag right there. I couldn't imagine talking to someone and that's what they want me to do, and then I continue a relationship with them. She's batshit crazy. So my man, you need to take accountability for being with ain't shit and expecting ain't shit results.
But it's okay, because you know what? The whole point of this is to bring awareness to my son and the young kings and let you guys know it's not worth it. I mean, I heard a saying a long time ago that smart men don't get married. Okay? Just keep it pushing. It's not worth it. Not in today's society, not in today's world. Okay? Not saying that there aren't rare people out there. Rare people who value love, value relationships, and value communication. They actually value family. There are people, they're rare. And if you find them, you hold on to them, you don't let them go. Okay? Because to be done and to be treated the way I was treated for being a good man, being the provider, I had my insecurities when it came to dating women with children anyway.
Yeah.
But I got over that because I felt like, you know what? Every woman deserves a chance. And I'm the single mother. Okay?
No.
My father was there, but my dad died when I was young. So it's like my mom raised us pretty much by herself. And, you know, I turned out pretty good. But that's funny because, you know, leave it up to, you know, the woman that discarded me after she has my son.
He's hurting right now.
To the problems of the generational curse that young black men have to this day anyway. You know, but I've got to teach my son how to never go through that shit. And honestly, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy because I have never been disrespected by a woman of another race. It seems like the women in my race, my own people, disrespect me more than anything. And that is the sad reality of it.
A couple of quick things right here in regards to this respect thing. Now, I will acknowledge that it's not just your own race. What it can be, people of the same race often will take shit to another level or to another extreme just because there's a sense of familiarity. And because they are less knowledgeable about those races, cultures, nationalities, what have you, they may have more respect for it, again, because they know less about it. The same phenomena happens between friends. You guys ever notice, like, if you achieve something within your life, your friends be like, hey man, congratulations. But a random stranger, you tell them the same thing and they're like, oh my God, congrats, right? The strangers sometimes can have a better reaction to something happening in your life than your own damn friends. But outside of that point, the brother's saying things that I wish that my son would have known. What you can teach your son is how to identify bullshit. But I bet you what happens here is that the brother comes from a single mother household and he sees components of his ex within his mom and he was attracted to it. He talked about giving the benefit of the doubt, and I don't believe that shit at all. You shouldn't give none of these chicks the benefit of the doubt, because when you're considering something as serious as a contract of marriage that if you don't get a prenup signed, the government is writing the contract of that marriage, you're going to be up shit's creek with no goddamn paddle, especially if you're a man. Just taking a look at the family court system as one example to how the government is not on your side. Let's listen to a couple of more of his thoughts and then let's come back.
I'm not saying that it's all of them, but every black woman I've ever been with in my life is disrespectful as fuck. And that is the truth. And that is the truth. And I have the receipts. Just don't be faithful. Don't provide. Don't give these shit things.
If every black woman that you've been with been disrespectful as shit, then I'm sorry, my brother, that's much more of an indictment on yourself than it is on those particular women. Now, I will say the ratio of disrespect amongst black women to black men is high as fuck. It absolutely is. And we go over all of the time, all of the reasons as to why this level of disrespect is tolerated within the culture. But if your conclusion is that they don't treat you like shit, but then you also say that you decided to continue to date a woman and didn't want you to be with your kids, it just doesn't add up, my guy. That's what I'm trying to say. Your decision to continue a relationship with a harlot mind like that don't even respect your kids when she has kids, it's just bad for business, in my opinion. You dating the same type of woman over and over and over again, and you're expecting different results. That's insanity. But if I look at my own personal life of black women that I have dated, of all races, I've dated all races of women. When I look back in it, they were not more disrespectful than the other races of women that I've dated because I choose defensively. I know, and your son should know, you should be teaching your son what to look out for from a behavior perspective in order to reduce the risk of ain't shit coming into your life. Ain't shit exists across all races. Shit, even if you go abroad, many of the passport bros will tell you that there's women out there that ain't shit as well. It's not all grass is greener on the other side. Being raised from a single mother household, and I don't know if you was a son husband, but you have developed a degree of empathy for these women that may not be deserved. No, not every woman deserves a chance. No, not every woman or even person in general deserves your respect. Treat people how the way that you want to be treated, with a layer of respect when it comes to entering them in your life, making life decisions, time decisions, financial decisions, taking care of beings that they created, and you put that all on the line for a woman that don't even want you to be with your kids? Huh? Where do they do that at, my friend? Nowhere. That makes no sense nowhere. Anyway, this brother has another video that he uploaded with his thoughts after he got the initial response from this content. Let's go over it.
So we're going to do this since people want to hate on my original post. We're going to go back here. And I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
I'm here and I'm him. I'm the one that provided. I'm the one that protected. I'm the one that simped. I'm the one that was an honest man. I was faithful. I held my family down. I couldn't afford luxury, but I could afford some extras.
Okay.
And I did hold it down for the family.
I'm happy that he said that he sent, because at least there's a degree of accountability in the things that he is saying. But that's absolutely what it is. Men need to understand, if you treat her like a superstar, she will treat you like a goddamn fan. These superstars, y'all have these parasocial relationship with these famous people who don't even goddamn know you. That's what many of these women will treat you like if they bout that life. If you treat them like their ego wants you to treat them, it's nothing for them to disrespect a simp, because simp by definition means that they don't respect you. Let's go.
Okay, all to be discarded like trash. 8 years into my relationship, my significant other decides she wants to have a relationship.
I'm happy you didn't say partner.
With a whole dude behind my back while she had a family at home. But I was here providing for our kids, providing for her kids that weren't mine, and I wouldn't abandon my own kids, which she required of me to do, but I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I stood 10 toes down and said, I'm not going to abandon my kids.
No, standing 10 toes down would have mean you would have been out that relationship, my guy. This is why I go so hard on the content, because listen, we could focus on the bad behavior of most modern women today, but then also you see the mindset of these guys and mindset of how they think. Standing 10 toes down is leaving or downgrading her emotionally in your mind to just butt, just cheeks, just cakes, just viscous innards. Let's go.
So because I would not abandon my kids, she decided it was okay to go out and have a whole relationship with a whole nother man behind my back. When I was the one paying the bills in the house, she didn't have to work when she was pregnant. She didn't have to work for at least 5 years out of our relationship. And she had all the money. She could use all her money when she did work. She used all her money to go enjoy life. And then when she was broke, who do you think was still providing the extras for her? Me. Okay. So I'm still going to stand 10 toes down on this, but whoever erased my original post, what's crazy about that is that when someone gets on here and they're just trying to put their pain out there and make it, make young kings aware of what's going on and how not to provide, and let them know, look, providing for these women out here who ain't going to do for themselves, don't do it.
I.e. never sent for a woman. Protection as well as provisioning, the masculine roles and our duties within a relationship should be given out if her actions are deserving of that treatment. And above all, respect. If you're not getting respect, the only thing you should be providing her with is eggplant. Matter of fact, I take that back. She don't even deserve strokes if there's no respect. Let's go.
Keep to yourself. Keep your money to yourself. Don't provide for them. If they got kids, don't develop a relationship with them, because the first thing that they're going to do when they're discarding you like trash is they're going to dissolve the relationship between you and the kids.
Yeah.
So you might as well keep all that energy to yourself.
Keep it separate.
And don't let anyone change your integrity, okay? Because that was one thing she tried to do, was turn me into a piece of shit and make me abandon my kids. And because I didn't abandon my kids, she decided to put infidelity on the table. Like it's okay for her to go out, disrespect our relationship, and go and have a relationship with a whole nother man just because I wouldn't abandon my children. I never cheated. I was never unfaithful. And there's not one woman out there that can attest for it. And all you haters out there that want to get angry at me because I said this, I said, I've never been disrespected by any other race but my own. Not saying they're all like that, but it was only my people, my women, black women, that disrespected me, okay? That's the truth, and that's what we're standing on. Do with it what you will, but that's the truth of it. I've never been disrespected by any woman of any other race. You can't take that experience away from me. And you can't hate on me because I'm out here bearing my pain and trying to make my son and other young kings aware. Don't give them nothing. Don't provide. Don't protect. Don't be faithful. Give them nothing.
I would love to be able to talk to this brother maybe on live stream or something like that. If anyone has his contact information, Post it down in the comment section. Nevertheless, though, it took the young brother in an 8-year relationship with a dusty ass chick to understand that his mindset was messed up. And I appreciated him coming up on here and speaking from his perspectives. But the thing is that I think that all of these conversations and information should be understood within context. His anger regarding this whole situation is not even so much as the woman. Well, actually, it is mad at the woman. But then also it's a projection for his own anger based off him not understanding all of these things. Guys, I don't care what she looks like. I don't care how symmetrical her face is. I don't care how the mammaries sit up or the ass sits down. Never simp over them. You do not want a lifetime of unhappiness with a decently attractive woman who treats you like shit. And having kids with a chick like that, shit, that's probably worse than a damn jail sentence. And the context that I think we all have to understand is that, listen, life is about community. Life is about relationships. Life is about family. It's not about money. This is something that I've come to realize within my pursuit of joy and happiness within my own life. It's being as flexible and as stress-free while also building a legacy with the relationships that you're building around you. Having more people in your call log that will say honestly, you call them, tell them you're going through some shit, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, they be like, yo, dog, I love you. Male or female. Having more people like that within your life makes your life more livable. And I'm telling you guys, this goes for all, and I've done content on this 4 years ago, that talks about the negative aspect of holding on to red pill ideology for too long, is that if you sit yourself in this defensiveness for an extended period of time, it will force you to become negatively adjusted to the world around you, where now you see everything as negative that is coming at you. Even if positive things are coming your way, you look at it from the context of, oh, but what if they trying to do this, or what if they trying to do that to me, right? And if you put yourself on the defensive like that for too long, your jadedness of the world will leave you unhappy inevitably. You must make it through this stage of rage so that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, within the context of all of that, I still don't think you should be, as a single man, dating single mothers. I don't know why you would want to meet the product or the children of the last guy or one of the last guys that was inside of her womb. I don't understand. And also knowing that the baby's mother never does better in a future relationship. So either you were her equal from last relationship, or you are in fact the downgrade, or she considers you an upgrade because you have simp tendencies that allow for bad behavior. And that's really the lesson in all of this. He talked about being able to stand on business. Yes, have respect for yourself as a man of integrity, a man of value. While doing that, create your requirements so that most of these chicks can't even step through because they ain't on your timing. Proverbially speaking, they can't even afford you. They represent themselves like a Ford Pinto, but you're priced as a Lamborghini. And if you conduct and handle yourself and your image, your likeness, your masculinity on the value of that as a Lamborghini, continuing to strive to do better, upgrading your mindset, then you are positioned to increase the chances of forming a relationship or forming a bond with a worthy young lady later on in life who will respect you for you. Wants to be there for the hustle, wants to be there for the grind. Don't have this modern boss be independent, don't need no man mindset, or is not a goddamn cheater. There are women out there that are like that. It's rare. I want to say it's like only 10% of the damn population. Probably even less than that. But they exist. And the higher value that you are, the more likely they will just fall on your lap. Anyway, shout out to this brother right here. I appreciate the things that he reminds us all at. But above all of the outside influences and the bullshit, as a man, continuously learn, seek brotherhood of like-minded individuals that are at a place that you want to be. Build your tribe, build your network, build your brotherhood. Work on your masculinity, your stoicism, your ability to lead, and then let the drawbridge down and see what else is out there. The knowledge that you've gained during that time will help you avoid key indicators and red flags within women so you can go about it smart, unlike this brother did. But again, shout out to this brother for uploading this story so we can all learn from it. And guys, last but not least, join my men's self-development community. There's a link to it down in the description box down below, where this is a topic of conversation, but especially if you are focused on building wealth into the future. Actually, after this video, I'm going to be recording another video that will serve as a financial guide if you're between the ages of 18 to 30. That's going to be uploaded only for the self-development community. So guys, click the link down below, beam up, and we can get this self-development on it and popping. Until next time, you two. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber, screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high